Hey guys, Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House. It's been a while. You guys seen me do an unboxing video of this PV combiner box that I recently purchased. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's on my channel. Under the solar playlist, just look for the newest video. Next to this one, obviously, as well. So I just want to go over it in this video in particular because the unboxing video was more of a, you know, just an unboxing. I didn't really talk about it. I just showed everything that came in the box. This is more of an in-depth talk about video. So we're going to open it up. I already undid the clasps and everything. We're going to zoom in, show you what's going on in here. So a combiner box, guys, is basically a great thing to have. I didn't have a combiner box at the Off Grid Tiny House. I went directly from the solar panels to the charge controller, then to the batteries, and then to the loads. So with this, it's really good because, for one thing, it protects your solar panels. It protects your, basically, your power setup. And how does it do that? Well, first of all, I'm going to tilt it up. Right on the bottom, we have a ground set up right there. So you can run a heavy gauge wire through here and attach it to a grounding rod that you would then have to hammer into the ground. 6 feet, I believe, is 6 feet or more is best. Obviously, tie that tightly directly to it. Good to go. Now this box, guys, is obviously to be mounted on the side of a building, whatever that may be for you guys or me. And other protection measures. We have a circuit breaker here. But even before the circuit breaker, check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 pins on here. They call these pins. Okay? And each one of these pins, individual, so when I open this, inside is, if I can open it up a little more there, inside is a 15 amp inline fuse, 15 amp, 1000 volts, DC, certified, and definitely for solar as well. Sorry about that, guys. I did that off camera a little bit. So 15 amp, looks like a big inline fuse. That's basically what it is. It just drops inside there and it goes down. You press that down, puts it back in the circuit. Now each one of these 4, each of these obviously will do up to 15 amps. Each of these will do 15 amps at 250 volts DC, so solar current, direct current, right? So there's, each one of these will handle 15 amps at up to 250 volts DC. Pretty good. Now the other one that I saw on Amazon was a little cheaper, and it only gave you a 10 amp inline fuse in these pins. They're called pins for whatever reason. I'm just going with what they say. So they would have a 10 amp fuse as opposed to this 15 that's in this particular setup. Sorry, my camera doesn't focus very well there. But it was a little cheaper, and the reason I went with the 15 amp breaker, or the fuse basically, is because the solar panels that I have fell in love with are the LG bifacial panels, which I had at the Off Grid Tiny House. I only had 2 of them wired in series, and it was more than enough to power the tiny house completely. It was awesome. So whether I go 12 volt, 24 volt, or 48 volt, you can do any of those options with one of these combiner boxes, which is awesome. Obviously, you guys know in my, if you've been following my channel, I've been on the fence whether to go with 24 volt, 48 volt, or stick to the old 12 volt. I'm leaning more to 24 to 48, as you guys have probably seen in my videos. And, you know, it is what it is. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. So anyways, back to the controller box here. The circuit breaker here is rated at, let me get it in frame here a little bit for you, 500 volts direct current, 6 kA, 6 kilowatt, as far as I can tell. Okay, and green, red. Okay, I'm assuming green means good, or that means it's been tripped. One or the other. Is there actually an on the toggle? Sometimes they have an on off right here. I got poor lighting, guys. Let me put it up to my face real quick. Nope. Nope. So normally they have an on off. If sometimes you look on the actual toggle itself, it doesn't have that, but whatever. So we have a circuit breaker, the fuses protecting our solar panels, our system, and it also has the surge lightning suppressor. So this is a surge, whoops, get you in frame again, surge protection device. Okay, it has a surge for the positive side and the negative side of all your DC components. Now the surge is up to, it says PV40 1000 volt DC, 20 kA, and how many joules is that? 820 joules. I think that's, or 8 by 20 joules. Is there a slash in there? My eyes are going, guys, I'm getting old here. What's going on? So, oh, max, it says 40 kilowatt, 820 joules. I think that's what I believe I'm seeing there. And then it says 4 kV up. You guys can read it. It's on camera. Anyways, that's a surge protector for lightning strikes. So this combiner box is great. So let's say you're out on your property. You got heavy storms. That's going to handle that. And we'll go from there.